Well, the big news in the Sierras is always what the weather's doing. A little storm came through, left 12 to 14 inches in the upper elevations, depending on where you're at. The big news up there is the Upper Owens River. The trophy trout are starting to come in. So in the Upper Owens, it's half an hour to an hour's hike in to get to where the better fishing is. And up there, I'm using bigger flies. So I'm using size 12 stoner nymphs and size 12 prince nymphs, two-tone in green and gold. I'm working those in the deeper holes, runs, and cut banks, looking for the places where the fish are resting and feeding, and that's why they're feeding on the bigger flies. We try to stay out of the reds where the fish are actively spawning, because that's the future of our fish population, since we count on these as wild fish to use in the future to catch them. Okay, over to Hot Creek. A few guys are going into Hot Creek, not a lot of pressure in there, so the fishing has picked up, but the water's real low. Primarily nymphing in there. I'm using the dry and dropper method. I like to use a size 16 Adams parachute on top and either a midge or a blueing olive nymph pattern underneath. And we're getting fish in there, and it's kind of worth the effort, particularly if you go into the interpretive side. I would fish in there. It's not as hard to get to as it is the canyon. If you're going to the canyon, be careful coming in and out. It's starting to get icy and you can slip, and that's not good. Okay, down on the lower Owens River, like I said, flows are going up to 250, 300 CFS, and at those flows, well, you really have a hard time wading the river and getting to the spots you want. In fact, I don't wade over 300 CFS. Okay, as far as fishing goes, same thing. We're using midges and bluing olive nymph patterns in there, and you just got to add more weight. If you're indicator nymphing or if you're Euro nymphing, make sure your flies have a ton of weight. Key to success there is going to be using enough weight to make your flies are down on the substrate where the fish are at these high flows. Okay, over to Bishop Creek Canal. Well, that's probably going to be my new favorite spot to fish, as that's where we're going to do our best, because the flows are such that we can get in there and fish. And in there, I'm going to be Euro nymphing and indicator nymphing, both with midges and the bluing olive nymph patterns.